Haypoint is a coal terminal situated in northern Queensland, and it's owned and run by BMA, which is BHP Mitsubishi Alliance. It's one of the largest ports in the world, coal ports, and it's used to service 7 coal mines currently situated in central Queensland in the Bowen Basin. Essentially takes the coal from the coal mines, processes it and sends it out on a trestle conveyor out to a berth situated 2.5 kilometres out to sea, and it's then taken by ships and essentially transported globally out to all over the world. Okay, the HPX3 project was implemented by BMA in 2010. Its main objective being to improve the operational flexibility of the the port, as well as improve the throughput of the port from 44 million tonnes per annum to 55 million tonnes per annum. This is due to the requirement for increased export of coal, as well as additional processing requirement in the Bowen Basin. Okay, RJE was subcontracted by BMA for the fabrication and construction of 11 switch rooms, a sample laboratory and an offshore amenities building as well. This included all the building services, the fit out and installation of all cabling and switch gear, as well as gas suppression systems, Vesta systems, and any other internal services such as comms and the like required for the project. At a later date, we were also commissioned to do all the pre-commissioning works for these switch rooms, and this was done at our local Lonsdale facility before the switch rooms were delivered to site. The total value of the project for RJE was just over $20 million. So one of the main challenges at Haypoint Coal Terminal is its corrosive environment. The salt in the sea air mixed with the coal dust in the air creates for a very corrosive environment, and it's essential to protect all the surfaces that are exposed to this environment. Another challenge of Haypoint Coal Terminal is that it's situated in a cyclonic area prone to many cyclones, so all footings and supports for the buildings, as well as any external structures, had to be suitably structurally rated for this. The RJE switch rooms are created from glass reinforced concrete as opposed to a standard ColourBond sheet steel clad switch room. The benefits of this are much higher corrosion resistance. In this situation, we actually created a subfloor made out of GRC as well, which therefore protects all internal components, including cabling and switchgear, from the external environment. Rigorous quality control systems were also implemented throughout the project, the main purpose of which was to ensure that all steelwork and equipment that had been sent to site was suitably coated and protected. In terms of the external equipment, suitable support structures had to be created, and these had to be rated for cyclonic conditions. This was all done locally in Adelaide, and all components were actually prefabricated and delivered to site pre-built. So one of the other challenges in the Haypoint project was the actual transport of these switch rooms to site. The road from Adelaide to Mackay is probably 7 to 10 days, and for this purpose we purchased a 96-wheel platform trailer, which we used to transport all the switch rooms safely to site. 3 of the switch rooms that were sent to Haypoint Coal Terminal were actually installed on the trestle, which was 2.5 kilometres out to sea. So it was quite an amazing achievement to see these switch rooms situated out to sea and actually operating in their final position. The sample laboratories that were created was a rather large building, which was 11 metres wide and therefore had to get fabricated in 2 sections. These were sent to site separately and were actually joined together 15 metres up in the air on a steel structure. So this was pretty amazing to see this put into place as well. I believe the project was very successful. The client was rewarded with 11 switch rooms that were designed specifically for their harsh environmental conditions. The switch rooms were also fully pre-commissioned, so that when they arrived on site there was minimum work required to final commission the switch rooms. So overall I believe it was a great success.